Hello YouTube. Today on Auto Kit Reviews I have from Pro Modeler by Revell the 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona 2-in-1. This was a recent re-release, I believe from 2018, of the Pro Modeler kit. This is depicted to be a NASCAR Dodge Daytona. I know that there is a lot of speculation out on the internet as to or the fact that this is basically a stock car that looks like it has the 6-point roll cage, things like that, and there's a lot of people who have criticized this kit. However, there's very few what I would call good reviews of it, so wanted to give you guys my take. So, taking a look around the box, it is in 1/25 scale. On the bottom, you have your obligatory history information on the Dodge Charger Daytonas. So we'll take a look around there. So you can read that at your leisure. On the end here, we have our kit number 854413. On the back side, now this is, again, a re-release and does keep similar box art to what was before, where you have the stock car and the actual race car. You can see we do have the race engine detail as well as the race exhaust detail, which is very nice. However, the one big complaint that I even have of this kit is the wheels and tires, specifically for the race version, stink. They are nowhere near accurate, but we will get into that in a moment. Went ahead and opened the box and got things ready to go. So we will set that to the side and start through our instruction sheet. Again, we have a nice picture of the Charger Daytona. You can read the information there at your leisure. This is a big sheet, so I'm going to kind of go through it quickly here, just to get to the actual kit itself. So let's adjust our camera just a tiny bit here. All right, so we have our paint colors here. We have every single part with the part name, which is great. I like the fact that they're bringing this back out in their kits so that you can actually learn more information about what you're building. Start off here with the stock version. We do have the full detailed engine with the carb, with the air cleaner sitting on top, interior tub, getting that all put together, rear sway brace. We have our stock dashboard, our interior going together. We have the glasswork going in, paint callouts for the radiator assembly, or radiator housing, and also the air intake scoop there, or air intake vent. We have steering link going in, we have exhaust going in, have all of our front suspension, we have our rear suspension, rear end assembly going in, wheels and tires going together, rear end, rear fascia I should say, going in, putting our front nose scoop on. It does come with the headlights in there and also does have a photo etch grill, which is great. It shows you exactly a side view of how to bend that grill, which is nice. And then we have plumbing going into place for the engine, which is nice that it's a fully plumbed engine, or mostly plumbed. You still would probably want to put some detail in there for spark plug wires if you're really wanting to super detail this out. Do have our other bits and bobs going on. It is nice also that they have photo etch rings and hood pins. It's really nice to see. And then your stock color callouts, which again was basically just a single color with a stripe going across the rear deck lid and fin. Taking a look now at the race section of this, the race car, we do have the race engine going together, which again has the dual carbs, extended air cleaner, transmission, race exhaust. We do get a engine stand here as well for the side. If you wanted to put it onto that, what reason you would do that, I don't know. As you can see here, it does have about a 4-point roll cage. However, this was not accurate for the time. They had actually gone to more of a full cage where you had the driver shrouded from both sides, so you'll either have to stipend that from another kit or manufacture that yourself. Also, there is the stock door panels. Again, that would not be accurate to a NASCAR kit of the day because, again, at this point, they had started to get away from it being a full stock car and being a more built car for racing. So, then we have the same here, call-outs for the front end. Again, if you look at any of the stock photos or photos of the real stock cars, this bar would actually be different. Also, these wheel wells would not exist. There would also be a push bar that basically goes around the front for additional support. So, just noting all of that, that when you go to build this, you'll kind of need to do a lot of fabricating if you want an accurate NASCAR kit. Which again, minus buying some very old stock kits that are extremely expensive, this is about your only option. So again, this would be a great shelf display. Going into more detailed information, we do have the rear basically cover plate for the rear end. We have our front air dam scoop going in underneath, again noting for the photo etch how to bend that. We do have our lower side air divider to keep the car planted more to the ground. And then again, plumbing out the engine, putting the hood on, all of the rear parts onto, or the detail parts onto the car, and then the decal markings that the kit provides, which is not to a specific NASCAR kit of the day. It is great that they had a lot of the contingency decals of the day, but as far as I know, this car never actually ran. So I'll go ahead and go through our decals here, which again just depicts more of a generic NASCAR style Dodge Charger Daytona, not a specific car. However, Powerslide Decals has released a lot of the Charger Daytonas, so you can get those. I'll go ahead and actually go on to the wheels and tires. So, if you're wanting to build this stock, you do have nice red lines. No-name tires. They are not marked on either side. And these are the kit tires that they provide for the NASCAR kit, which if you hold them up to the stock kit, or the stock tires, they are wider, however, not by much. To give you an idea, I've purchased some aftermarket wheels, which are some Polar Lights tires, and as well as the Steely rims for that. This is more accurately what the rear wheel should be width-wise. So, again, it's nice that they've released it. However, for us actual, I guess you could say more rivet counters, I would have loved to have seen at least the correct width of rear tires for it. Even if they had re-released some of their racing slicks from like their 80s, 90s era monogram kits, that would have made the car be even a little bit closer to accurate. It still wouldn't have been accurate, but that is about the one thing specifically I would say to make sure that you would purchase if you're wanting to build this as an actual NASCAR style stock car. Go ahead and pick up a set of aftermarket wheels and hubs. Plastic Performance Parts sells them, and they have great detail. So at this point, I'm actually going to split this review into two just because of the limitations of my camera. I use Note 8, and it only has a 10-minute recording time. Again, because this kit to me was so under-documented on YouTube specifically, I want to definitely do it justice. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. I will have a link in the description below to part 2 of this review, which is actually looking at the remaining kit parts. So, hope to see you over there here in just a moment.